Today I'm sharing a sequence using isometrics to help you tap more deeply into core stability. Now I'm not going to go into all the background on isometrics, but I will tell you that they really are a simple, quick way to help your brain and body, and by body I mean those structures, those joints, the pelvis, the SI joint, the low back, the entire spine. Today we're focusing on that lower spine and pelvis. They help the body, the structure to feel integrity because the isometrics re-educate and give a sense of safety. Again, if you want to hear more about isometrics, I have other videos about that, but this is about moving you. So go ahead and lie on your back and let's just do a little check-in. Pelvic tilts forward and back. Notice, is there ease? Does it feel like there's some restriction? And then place your hands on your pelvic bones just inside the low abdominals. Now, lift one foot, barely. If you lift it up here, you're gonna miss what this is about, but you barely lift. And what you should feel is the abdominals have to pull across in between your pelvic bones and switch and lift to the other side. And it's gonna feel like the side of your pelvis that has the foot down wants to pull towards the side with the foot lifted. Your job, go ahead and switch back to side A. Your job is to keep those pelvic bones, those landmarks even. And then one more time on side B. All right, let's take it into a little bit more challenging check-in. Bring one leg up to 90-90, then the other. Now from here, you're gonna just hinge and lower from your hip and then bring it back up. You don't have to go real far, we're just kind of checking in, tuning in before we do an isometric sequence. Nice and gentle. And I love putting isometrics into almost every movement program I do with others and also in my own practice. Go ahead now, lower one leg down completely, then the other. From here, lift one leg up and put the hand on the opposite thigh. I'm gonna have you flex the foot. There is a reason behind that for the nervous system, but I'll talk about that another time. Press the hand to the thigh and the thigh to the hand. And you should feel that you can't move. This isn't isometric. You're not moving the leg up and down. It's isometric, it's still, and you should feel a little bit of rumbling starting in your lower abdominals and then switch to the other side. When you create this press of hand to thigh, thigh to hand, you should feel those lower abdominals engaging. Now let's go ahead and do it one more time on side A. Again, flexing the foot so that we can nourish the foot tendon guard. That's part of that nervous system regulation. And then switching to the other side, and I've talked about that in other videos you might have seen. Now from here, bring both legs up to 90-90. If you don't feel able to come to this 90-90 or tabletop position, just keep one foot on the floor. You're gonna reach, press opposite hand to thigh, thigh to hand, switch to the other side, legs are in this 90-90 position. Now you're gonna go back to the first side, cross the second hand over, press hands to thighs, thighs to hands. Now, we're not pushing with 150%. We are doing 25-ish, maybe 15%. Lower one leg locked down and then the other. Just do a few pelvic tilts in between here. And then bring one leg back up again and the second leg back up. Make your X, press hands to thighs, thighs to hands. Again, if this doesn't feel right to you for whatever reason, put one foot down and just do one thigh at a time. Go ahead and lower down. And from here, let's revisit our pelvic tilts as we did at the beginning and just kind of noticing if maybe there's a little more range. When the body feels safe, it will open up more range of motion. And then from here, float one leg up to 90-90, the second leg up to 90-90, and then hinge and lower down. Nice and slow. Maybe you'll find that you can lower a little bit further without feeling discomfort or instability or that sensation of being tenuous, like your core, low back abdominals, side abdominals are not going to show up for you. They're actually feeling more connected. And this is just one very simple sequence with isometrics. I use isometrics a lot, all day, every day. And I go into this in more depth in my Inner Strength program, which is my least expensive program that you can access. It's easy to access, self-paced, and it's 4 sessions. And in one of the sessions, I really unpack what's behind isometrics. So check that out if you're curious about how isometrics can serve you through all of your movement practices. And you can do great things with isometrics to support you if you're coming out of injuries, if you want to prevent injuries. Anyway, I could go on and on about isometrics. I'm very passionate about them. But if you want to learn more, go to my Inner Strength program at inspiredwell.com/inner strength.